G'day folks, how are you? Ron Bishop here again from Timaru, New Zealand. Listen, I'm a bit angry today because I'm sick and tired of being the nice guy. I've tried to be the nice guy for the last 20 odd years. I've tried to promote Timaru. I've done everything I can, but I'm getting kicked in the guts. And I'm getting kicked in the guts by two people. One is a guy by the name of Peter O'Neill. He's the editor of the Timaru Herald. And he's a big, arrogant, whatever he is. But he's arrogant. He doesn't even have the guts to talk to me. They hide under the bloody chairs when I go and see the Timaru Herald. Because they're in cahoots with the Mayor of Timaru, Janie Annear. And I've had enough of you, Janie. You and your bloody crying and carrying on and trying to be polite to everybody. And all you're ever doing is looking after number one. You're looking after yourself. You got a pay rise the other day, nearly $100,000 you're on. What do you do for it? What have you done in the last however many years you've been in that bloody job? And Peter O'Neill, you need to sack. Because you're not, I'm going to show you the Timaru Herald. Come with me and I'll show you the Timaru Herald. This is the Timaru Herald on Tuesday 14th of May 2013. Future is in the trust. This is the guy, Peter O'Neill. He needs the sack. He's in there most days spouting out, and this is supposed to be the opinion of Timaru people. And he takes up the whole lot and yaks away all the time. Most of the stuff on here is overseas news. We want local news. Let me show you something. Look at this, replies to correspondence. These are people writing letters to the editor. BC, not suitable. Who the hell is BC and what is not suitable? What's the other one there? DB, the council remuneration pool is set by the Remuneration Authority. There must be a guy writing in complaining about the remuneration of the mayor. But they wouldn't print it. No, gee no. Here's another guy. His name is Grant Shimon, and he's the assistant or the deputy editor of the Timaru Herald. And look at this. This used to be a local newspaper full of letters to the editor. Not one letter to the editor. Why? Because of the attitude of the Timaru Herald and the management of the Timaru Herald. Yes, it's true. I am a political stirrer. I stir up the council. I get them on their toes. And the only way they can defend themselves is not to print my letters. I walk down the street and people say, Ron, I love your letters. Why aren't you writing them anymore? Well, the truth is I am writing them. Every bloody week I write a letter to the editor. But they won't print it. Why don't they print it? Because Janie Annear is shit scared that I'm going to stand for mayor again and this time get in. And I will if I have to. But I don't want to be mayor. I want to find somebody who is better at being a mayor than Janie Annear. Because Janie, I'm sorry, I've had enough of you. Take your crying back to Wellington. What have you done? How many trips to China have you had? How many bloody free lunches have you had? I've been to the council meetings. I've seen the free lunches. I've seen the free beer that flows. Ratepayers are paying for that. And it's all tied up in the figures. And we wouldn't know. And I go to a council meeting to say something and to give some good ideas, and what happens? It doesn't even get printed. And I go to the council chambers meetings, there's only one person in the gallery, and that's the preacher who came along to have a prayer, because they're incapable of making their own prayer. They have to get a bloody preacher in from a church to have the prayer. And he was the only one in the gallery yesterday. Yes, I'm angry, but I'm happy. because I got it off my chest. And yes, Janie and Peter, pull your bloody head in. I'll support you if you support me, but if you're going to carry on like this, I'm sorry, you got to go.